Welcome in, everybody. Brandon Vickery with you from Valpo Sports Information. Glad to be joined by Valpo junior Grace Hales. And Grace, it was a performance that, first of all, an outstanding three-point performance from the team, tying the school record for made threes in the game. What went right from beyond the three-point arc tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they played us in the zone most of the game, and right before that happened, we talked about it. We're like, let's get them out of it, hit our shots. And I feel like at first we started off a little rocky, at least me personally too, but once we got our feet underneath us and took our time, we really took advantage of the zone.
Seemed like a game of runs. Just what do you think led to some of the back-and-forth nature of this game?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the third quarter for us again. We let them come back in it with a run. I think a lot of that for us is just like fatigue, and we weren't there mentally at first. But I mean, we hit them back with runs too, so that's good. Because at the beginning of the year, we let teams get runs on us, but we never really hit them back with runs as well.
This team is showing it has a variety of options, even with the limited players available, multiple different players that hit numerous three-point shots today. What's it like to be a part of a balanced effort like that?
I mean, it's super fun. Like, that game was just super fun for me. I mean, seeing shots go in, that hasn't always happened this year. Me personally, too, as well. Just there's been games where we haven't been hitting our threes, so I feel like we're bringing that aspect into it. So going into conference, teams will know that they can't take us lightly from the three-point line.
I want to talk about your point guard as well, Hannah Schaub, 14 points, starting to shoot the ball, and then had 5 assists as well. What was it like working with her today?
Yeah, I mean, I know she was really frustrated the last few games because her shots weren't going in, so it was great to see her being confident and setting up, getting set up to hit threes, because that'll show teams that, she's a scoring point guard too, so that's big for us.
Now you have a little bit of a layoff, a break, an exhibition game coming up on December the 31st. What do you do with this time off to make sure you're ready when games get going again?
I mean, first of all, we need to get our bodies right again. That's one of the things Coach stressed. Like, we have a lot of injuries, so we need to be able to be back. But we also need to not just, take 5 days off and not shoot and not run, because when we're getting back, we're going to get in the gym and start working hard again.
There she is, Valpo junior Grace Hales. Now glad to be joined by the head coach of Valpo, Mary Evans. And Coach, first, the big positive was the three-point shooting, particularly in the first half. 11 in the first half, 17 for the game, ties the school record. What was it that allowed you to set up so many open threes in this one?
I think it was our team's willingness to attack and then willingness to pass to each other. I thought they played probably their most unselfish game of the year. We had a real aggressive mindset of driving it in there, and then we did a great job of finding shooters on the perimeter, and then those kids made shots. And we talk every day about their ability to shoot open catch and shoot threes and do it at a high percentage, and they did that tonight.
I talked with Grace a moment ago about Hannah Schaub. What did you see from her in this one?
Really liking her progression. I mean, she, like I said earlier, she's missed a ton of practice time, and so I think she's starting to come into her own. She's starting to understand what we want out of her, and it's a little different than what she's been doing the last few years. So I think she's doing a tremendous job of facilitating for others while also being aggressive and looking for her shots. And I expect her to continue to grow throughout the season and continue to get better and better.
It was a back-and-forth game, and you started slow, and they came out of the gate with the first punch, and then you were able to get back in the game after that. What led to that first turn, and then maybe what led to the second turn in the game where it went back Bowling Green's way?
I think both times we didn't match their intensity. So we came out in the first quarter, and I thought they were beating us to a lot of 50-50 balls that were on the ground, rebounds, loose balls. And I think we came out, and that happened again in the third quarter when they went on their run. And I think both times we pointed it out, and I think they did a nice job of toughening up, playing harder. We started getting a lot of those loose balls. So, it's a learning process. It's a growing process. And I think that was a tremendous effort, a tremendous team effort with 7 people, 2 freshmen out there. And I'm really happy with the progression of this team. And I told them to let this hurt, but don't hang your heads, because I thought they just had tremendous effort tonight. And we didn't do some things down the stretch. We missed some free throws. We gave up some rebounds down the stretch that cost us the game. But for 40 minutes, again, I thought our effort was pretty solid.
We're hitting the midway point in the year. How would you compare where your team was when you played UIC on opening night to where you are right now?
Oh, we're heads and shoulders better than we were against UIC. I mean, we couldn't even get the ball in bounds against UIC. I think we're really learning. I think our offense is getting better. I think our understanding of what we're trying to do is getting better. And I thought tonight in the first half, we had a number of steals. We took a number of charges defensively. And I thought we played a really good first half of defense, and then in the second half we kind of lost our focus and couldn't make those same plays. The same plays were happening, we just weren't dropping, we weren't making plays like we were in the first half. So we're going to continue to grow in that facet. I'm excited to get a couple kids back here after Christmas off of injury so that we'll be a deeper, more experienced team.
There she is, the head coach of Valpo, Mary Evans. A little bit of time off for the holiday, and then Valpo will be back in action with an exhibition tune-up against IU Northwest. That game tips off at noon on New Year's Eve, December 31st, right here at the Athletics Recreation Center. We hope to see you there. For all the latest in Valpo women's basketball, check out valpoathletics.com.